I want to thank you guys, and don't forget to subscribe. But as I'm making this video, I just crossed 300 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Channel is growing, but if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. It helps. What is up, everybody? Life's Apprentice. Today I'm going to be doing a little video just answering some questions. So I get a lot of questions from you guys. I've been trying to answer them. So far I've been able to reply to pretty much every single comment to my knowledge. If I didn't answer your comment, I'm sorry about that. The comments started where I was getting 4 or 5 a day, and now sometimes I'm getting 50 comments a day. And it can be kind of hard to keep up with, and sometimes they just kind of get lost in the mix. And it's not my intention to avoid questions or anything like that. So today I'm going to be just kind of going through some questions that I get asked a lot, or questions that I think are important for people to understand and know about the dumpster business. So if you like this, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. A lot of you people are not subscribed that are watching these videos, and it would really help me out if you did. And I also want to say, excuse my mess here. It's been really busy, and I just have not had time to do a whole lot. It's raining outside right now, so it seems like a good time to make this video. Question number 1: how do you prevent unwanted items in your dumpsters? There's really no magic answer for this. When we talk to the customers on the phone, we make sure that they understand there are certain items you cannot put in the dumpster. We refer them to our website, where on our website we have a list of things that you can and things that you cannot put into a dumpster. One thing I just did, and I don't have these on my dumpsters yet, but I ordered a whole bunch of these, and it says no tires, liquid chemicals, batteries, drums, appliances. It doesn't cover everything, but I mean, I'm going to stick these. I got 100 of these, so I'm going to put 2 or 3 on every single dumpster. People are going to do what they want. You can tell them, and I don't know if they just think that you don't see this kind of stuff or what, but people are going to do it. We're also working on a new app that's going to hold credit card numbers. Well, we're not working on an app, but we're working on finding an app that works for us to keep track of everything. It's going to hold credit card numbers on file so that we can, send the additional charges for these kinds of things to the customers. Right now, we're not equipped to do that. Once we find something, an app that we like and understand, I will tell you guys about it. Right now, we're kind of in the research and development kind of stage, where there's a half a dozen apps out there that essentially do the same thing from what I understand, and we're working with a couple of those to try to streamline this business, just make it more efficient, more orderly, and hopefully more profitable. So that's one I get all the time. The other one is, how do we take payment? Right now we do it with an Apple iPhone and a Square, and Square takes like 2.5% off of the dumpster for a credit card. And all of our payments are, we don't always do a credit card, but all of our payments are due on delivery. We will not set a dumpster without payment. Another one, how am I marketing? When I took this business over, there was no paid marketing whatsoever. The dumpster had the business had a pretty good footprint in a certain town near me. And so the phone was already ringing, but essentially there's lots of ways you can get your name out there for free. You can go to Google and set up a name on Google. It's completely free, and that way when people look up dumpsters near me, you'll have a little red dot on that map. In order to get to the top of the list on Google, you either have to have a lot of reviews, be around for a long time, or in some cases you're going to have to pay for it. And that's known as like SEO, search engine optimization. And that can get costly, but in some instances, especially a big market, like a really big city, like say Chicago or New York or Houston, Texas, or LA, you're going to have to work with these SEO kind of things. But there's lots of free ways to get your name out there. Google, you can go to Bing. You can get your name on a lot of these places for free. That's just a start. But the main marketing that I've done since we started is a pay-per-lead. and it's hometowndumpsterrentals.com. So you sign up with them, they're going to take a credit card, and they're going to charge you $9 per call. And it's totally worth it. It's gotten me a lot of calls recently since I started, and it doesn't take very long to work. So essentially, you can call them. It takes them about a day or two to get everything set up. And once they have everything set up, you can get a call the very next day. So it doesn't take months or weeks to get the marketing going. It's virtually almost overnight, which is really nice. And $9 per call on a dumpster is totally worth it. And you know, you do get some calls where you don't sell, but I'd say probably 75% of the calls I get, I'm selling those dumpsters. So figure maybe $15 per dumpster sale using that method. But it works, I'm telling you. So if you want quick results, it's a good way to go. I've never really done, I've done like Angie's List and stuff in the past with my roofing company, and I do not recommend it. That's the only reason I've stayed away from it, Angie's List and Home Advisor, with the dumpster business for now. But not saying that I won't do it in the future. Another one is, do you need a CDL? In the state of Wisconsin where I am at, you do not need a CDL with my setup. Now, this is where the loophole is, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I don't know about other states. Other states may be different. But essentially, our truck and trailer have to weigh 16,000 pounds or less to fall under the CDL restrictions. And we can haul up to 26,000 pounds. Don't quote me on this. I'm not an expert. But this is how it works for us. So you have to get the right truck that has like the gross weight of 99.99, and then the trailer has to be a 16,000 pound trailer, and then your limit, if you get pulled over, your limit is 26,000 pounds. So like the empty weight of my truck and trailer is 16,000 pounds, and the most I can legally carry is like 25,999 pounds. Every state might be different. I don't know about other states. I just know that that's how it works here, and that's how we avoid needing a CDL. Now, if you move into a bigger truck or a bigger trailer or like a regular roll-off dumpster truck where it's all self-contained, you will need a CDL. DOT and DNR. We are registered with the DOT, and we have to have a DNR permit. DNR is Department of Natural Resources, so we have to have a permit with those. We just went through the DOT, and I want to say it's a biennial or whatever they call that. So every 2 years we have to re-register with the DOT, and I want to say it was like $250. So you know, it's another cost. It's a write-off, tax write-off, but $250, no big deal if you're selling a lot of dumpsters. The DNR, I believe it's about the same. It's about $250, and basically, I mean, if you're running down the highway and stuff flies out, the DNR can fine you. If you're dumping the wrong things, they can fine you. So, you know, they're just trying to keep the world a better, cleaner place. And as a dumpster driver, you should want that too. Ford or Chevy, I have nothing against Dodge, Ford, Toyota, Chevy. I've just always had Fords. They've treated me well, and I'm going to stick with Fords. If you guys like Chevys and have good luck with them, by all means, use Chevys or Dodge or whatever. But Ford for me. Dumpster rental costs. Like I said earlier, all of our payments are on delivery. Right now we're doing flat fee because we don't have a system in place that can chase people around basically for overweight or unwanted items in the dumpster. So our rental cost for a 15 yard is $360, and for a 20 yard is $420. And then our dump fees at our landfill or transfer station right now is $53 per ton. So that should answer that question. How much weight can we carry in these dumpsters and on these trailers? Well, it's rated for 16,000 pounds, but assuming we were carrying that with our prices, that's not going to be profitable. So ideally, I'd like to keep my dumpsters under 2 tons, and I would say the majority of them, if you watch my other video, like how much my dumpster business makes and where I answered a lot of the financial side of it, my average dump cost was $65. That was for an entire month. That was 15 and 20 yards all averaged together. So $65 is just a little over a ton. So you really want to avoid those heavy weights. It's not profitable. Just stay away from it if you can. Try to stay away from it. Every once in a while you're going to get one that you weren't expecting, but don't try to put yourself in that situation where you're carrying shingles all the time. And if you are, shingles are really easy to predict how much they weigh, because roughly 200 pounds per square. So you can charge accordingly. And if you were just doing shingles, I would charge X amount per square, and that would cover your dump cost and everything like that. That way you're not guessing. What's the story behind the name of the business? The story behind it is I didn't name it. I do like the brand. It's easy to remember, and you know, the branding on the dumpsters and everything like that is really good. The one thing that makes me want to rebrand it is the name recycling. I get a lot of calls. People want to bring me cardboard boxes and TVs and stuff like that. They think that we're a recycling center. So there is some confusion within the brand, and I would really like to change that, but right now the business is going really good, and I just don't have, I guess I don't have the guts to change it right now, and things are just going good. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by changing it, but the story behind the name, I don't really know, honestly. That might be something I have to ask the old owner. But I do like the brand, ultimately, Greenhead. People remember it. You know, they remember the orange dumpsters. They remember Greenhead. It's pretty simple to remember. So I do like that part of the brand. The recycling part is the part that, I don't know, I might have to change someday. Another thing is service areas. People are asking service areas. Well, where I personally live is in between two towns. The town to the north of me is the dump. I just started advertising in that town, but that town is saturated with the competition. So it's hard to advertise in a town that has so many competitors. But it's also closer to the dump, so that I can turn more dumpsters with a truck in a day. I can be a lot more efficient and profitable. The town to the south of me is primarily where my advertising is when I took the business over. The town south of me is about 30 miles from the dump. So I would say our service area from the dump is about up to 50 miles. But that's existing advertising as well. I didn't really set that up, and I still have the option to tell people no. So I will send dumpsters further than 30 or 40 miles, which is like what I would like to keep it, about 30 to 40 miles from the dump. But I will send them out a little further if I have them, and a lot of times I will charge extra. I'll tell people it's an extra $50 or $100 fuel surcharge to send a dumpster that far, and people don't even blink an eye. Our prices compared to the competition, the way that we have this set up, is lower than the competition. So of course we're selling dumpsters because we're the cheapest, and I don't want that to continue. I don't want to follow that path necessarily, but right now when I took this over, the prices were actually a lot lower than what I have them now. I've already increased the prices almost 10%, like overnight, and so I'm going to need to increase that price a little bit more as we move forward, and I'm also going to need to take advantage of holding people's credit cards on file for when they keep it for too long, a dumpster, or the dumpster is overweight, or they put stuff in there that they're not supposed to. I'll be able to gain more profit by that. But I need a good system in place to do that. I don't want, my job, I have so many jobs, and my job is to set dumpsters and pick up dumpsters. I do not want to be running around chasing people down for $50, $25. That is not profitable. I don't have enough time to do what I'm already trying to do, let alone add in a whole nother step to this dumpster business. So I need something that's automated, like this app, that is going to do that essentially for me, where I click a button, done. And the customers are going to be signing something saying, if I do this or if I do that. The customers will be signing something like a contract that says, if I keep it longer than X amount of days, I will be charged this amount per day. If I put this more than 2 tons in there, I will be charged this much per ton after the fact. if I put an appliance in there, if I put a tire or a TV, there will be a flat fee for everything that they put in there, and it will immediately come out on their credit card, no questions asked. It's just like if you you go to a hotel and you pay cash. Almost every hotel is going to make you put a credit card on file, and there's reasons for that. If you destroy the room or you smoke in the room or whatever, they will charge your credit card. So all the other bigger competitors are doing this already. We just need to find a good system that works for us so that we can increase the profits that way. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll make another video like this in the future. I'm sure there's lots more questions. I mean, some questions I still have. I mean, I'm still learning too, so it's a constant learning process. You're never going to know everything, and you're always going to run into things that you would never expect. And that's the beauty of owning your own business or starting a business like this, and that's the part that I love about it so much. I love the hustle and learning it. And honestly, once I learn it and perfect it, I get bored and I move on to something else because it's just boring after that. So I love learning, and I love the struggle. I love it. Hit that thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one.